What's going on, everyone? So, in today's video, I'm going to reiterate a video I made last year. And this is a video a lot of you guys have been requesting, so shout out to y'all who've been requesting this in my comment section. This is pretty much remake a video talking about why set rotation will be for Yu-Gi-Oh! So, it will be good for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because as a lot of you guys already know, hold on, I gotta sip my magical wine. Set rotation is something that's currently implemented in Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, where they rotate out sets and keep a current amount of sets to use. So I'm going to get into what set rotation actually is after the intro and break down why it'll be good for Yu-Gi-Oh! So with all that being said, without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, so a lot of you guys probably are wondering, Chris, what is set rotation? Well, set rotation pretty much, okay. So essentially think of it as you have 4 sets in a year. And you have a core set, give or take. This is how Magic does it. And this is how Naruto used to do it as well. You get your core set with a bunch of reprints that's fair for the current format, or what the company feels through their R&D department, playtesting, to see what is fair for the current meta and will implement the current meta. A great example of this will be, for example, say we get a core set with Graceful Charity because Konami R&D will feel that Graceful Charity will be good for the up and coming format, and it'll be healthy, it won't be overpowered. Then for the entire year, we only play with 4 specific sets, and or in Yu-Gi-Oh! Terms, we'll get, let's say, Duelist Alliance, Maximum Crisis, Dark Sabers. That'll be the sets for the year. We can only use those sets, nothing else from the past years. Now, with that being said, and this fluctuates every year because at the end of the block, sets cycle out, card values go down, Konami implements a new core set, and then it starts to cycle again from the first set to the second set to the third set, with cards from the core set and then from the new set. Now, if you guys haven't didn't understand that clearly, you can go to Magic the Gathering website and check out the articles, or you can just rewatch the first minute of this video where I reiterate it in a slower rate, because apparently I talk fast, so sorry about that. It's a Midwest Chicago thing. Crap happens. Now, so the big question is, why would this be good for Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh is in a state where, believe it or not, a lot of people are unhappy with it. Now, a lot of players don't mind it. Me personally, I don't care whether if Yu-Gi-Oh gets set rotation or not. I would prefer it, like from a player standpoint and from a veteran player standpoint, because let's be real, it's a lot of cards to keep up with. And one of the things that draws Yu-Gi-Oh from being different from other card games is the fact that they don't cycle out cards, technically. But think about it. If Konami is going to make us pretty much pay to be the best player, pretty much pay to win, as far as play the best deck or bust every set, every format, why not at this point just give us set rotation? Because essentially, we're getting set rotation. Think about it. What decks from 2002 is relevant today? Anything clicking for y'all? Nothing. Hell, what deck is relevant from 4 years ago today? You might have a few people busting out their Fire Fists and etc. Infernities gonna be used Link monsters, but in the Light Storm get their power back. But essentially, full power, like those decks pure for what they can do, they're not that relevant. They're tier 2.5 at best. So with that being said, if you're gonna be a competitive player and want to play this game consistently and effectively, you're pretty much playing block format by Konami's standpoint. And honestly speaking, real talk, it sucks for the rogue players, and it might suck for the people who like to play their hero deck in 2018 and their GOAT deck in a modernized form in 2018. But when you really think about it, I know a lot of people would definitely quit the game if they implemented block format, but it'd definitely be better for the game coming from a standpoint of we don't have to worry about these broken FTKs, OTKs, and it'll help with set design. Because think about it, guys, Konami has to design every set to be better than the other one. If Konami make a watered down set that's fair, like for example, the set that we just got, can't think of the name right now, it seemed like a pretty fair set. The layer down and structure deck seemed like a pretty fair structure deck, but it can't compete with things like Mermail. It can't compete with things like Spiral, because those are decks that are very powerful in their own right. And if you release something that's not as powerful as those decks, then what you release is not going to be relevant in the meta. So you got to release something more powerful than that. And it just gets to the point where every Yu-Gi-Oh deck is stupid consistent. Every player is just pretty much slapping the best staples in every deck to win. Now, I don't have a problem with this personally, but from an actual player standpoint who like to play the game competitively, even though I'm taking a break from competitive scene at the moment, if they implement a block format, they can design sets to be more balanced. I mean, think about it. Imagine Konami giving us a core set with Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed for a year or two just to play with those cards. We don't have to worry about the ban list. I mean, we're still gonna get a ban list in a smaller, right? But we wouldn't have to worry about the ban list. And then the core set, let's say the theme for the year would be heroes, and they start releasing some of the older heroes. They're like, hey, we get to play our hero cards again. Hero cards skyrocket. And then it won't be OTK or bust heroes, but it'll be the actual fun polymerization heroes. And we'll get a meta that's pretty much at the peak. Konami can design it to be semi-powerful, not too powerful, reminiscent to a 2002, 2003 format. And then toward the end of the format, make it be more a synchro-centric format, but fusion decks can still be playable. I mean, the sky's the limits with set rotation, guys. And I know a lot of people would not be happy with it, but just think about it and think about the type of decks that you guys will be able to play again because of set rotation. Now, Konami probably would never implement set rotation, unfortunately, for you guys that want set rotation like myself. But a guy can dream, because I feel like, you know, at this point, we've had 16 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing under the same rules, and Konami's constantly making changes. Like, they just changed the end of the match procedure thing, which I disagree with based on the videos I've seen, and everyone made awesome videos on it, by the way. And, you know, they're making changes with the new game mechanics. So I think taking a step back to, you know, something a little more simpler like set rotation would do some good and do some justice for this game, because, I mean, eventually Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna pull itself into a corner where you're either gonna make every deck just play, when I play this search card, it's gonna search out this card, which searches my entire deck, spit to the field, in game. And effectively, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh is now. I don't realistically see how more powerful decks can get unless Konami do a hard reset once again, like they did with Master Rule 4, where they make a new restrictive rule that makes Master Rule 4 irrelevant. Let's say if we're gonna give us like Master Rule 5 or something, and say, okay, here's Master Rule 5, guys. Play with that, and then afterwards, we're gonna make Master Rule 4 and everything else irrelevant. We're gonna slow everything else down, but you have to play the new stuff in order to be relevant. I mean, just think about where the game is going. You guys will see where I'm coming from when I say set rotation is what this game needs. So, as a conclusion to this video, because a lot of this probably went over you guys' head as far as set rotation. Set rotation is pretty much, in a nutshell, using a certain amount of sets in a year as your base. Set rotation, once again, can open up a plethora of doors for Yu-Gi-Oh! As a game. Set rotation is successful in Magic the Gathering, and it's successful in Pokemon. And the reason why I think, another reason why I think, now that I just thought about it, why it should be implemented for Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of it, me thinking it'd be better for the game, it'll give us a solid list of having different type of formats to run under. Because think about it right now. We have effectively regular format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Then we have technically traditional format, and then Konami they're giving us speed duels. So what if Konami just said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna implement set rotation block format. We're gonna implement that. That's gonna be the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Standard. And then if you wanna play traditional classic Yu-Gi-Oh! With everything being unbanned, you can do that. And if you wanna play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Rule 4 with all the sets, with the current sets, you can do that as well. And then it'll be similar to Magic, where you have your modern, your standard, and your whatever. I don't know. Magic has so many good different play things. The sky's the limit with Magic as well, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. So overall, man, I think it just opens up a lot of doors for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I guess the biggest argument will be cards value will go down. People will quit because they feel like they can play their favorite deck. But realistically speaking, people can't play their favorite deck anyway because of the power creep in the game. So post your thoughts and opinions, what you guys think about this video, in the comment section down below. Do you guys think set rotation would be great for the game? I want to hear you guys out, because I personally think it will be great for the game. And once again, this is not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bash video. I mean, it is what it is. If we don't ever get set rotation, I don't care. But with that being said, I believe it will truly believe it will be better for the game. All right, man. So once again, this is InnovationYGO, bringing you guys another awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'm signing out. Peace.